Hello everybody. I am going to play a long chess game on Chess Cube, which I don't think I've ever done anything nearly this long on Chess Cube, so we'll see how it goes. So right now I went ahead and I started, let's go guy. I went ahead and I waited until somebody accepted my seek, which was 25 minutes and a 10-second increment until, hello, I accepted the seek. Or until I started the video. Sorry, somebody accepted my seek before I started the video, so we wouldn't have a whole lot of waiting around, and there isn't a whole lot of preliminary stuff to discuss when I'm playing on Chess Cube. So looks like this may be an abort though. Are you there? Whoops! How do I? Can I ping this guy somehow? What do I do? That's a bizarre thing. Profile blocking or blah 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 blah. None of that stuff looks very useful. I guess I'm gonna have to abort the game and start over. So I'll do that. Yes, I wish to abort since the guy's not playing. And we'll go back to the home screen, and if I can do that, there we go. Seek again and click that. Now, yeah. Okay, good. We got another game fairly quickly. I don't need that. All right, get out of here. So, oh look, it's the same guy. Are you going to play? Yeah, this is going to become pretty irritating and be a complete abort of the... I don't want to do that. Alright, I'm going to give the guy like 20 more seconds to respond, and then I'm going to go do something else. This is really silly. No, in fact, I'm not even going to do that. I'm going to pause the video and see if I can figure out how to keep that guy from accepting my seeks. And then I'll be back. Okay, so I'm about to start a game against a different person. Hopefully this person will play. Yay! Alright. So I don't know what I'm doing, but I am going to try a new opening. And I believe this is the Nimzo-Indian Defense. And I don't even remember what I'm supposed to play. Either knight c6 or knight f6, but I'm not really sure. I think it's knight f6, just going by what I remember. Let's try this. So if he plays knight c3, then I play bishop b4. And probably just take. Okay, he stopped that, which is odd. So that means I don't know what to do at this point. So I was going to try that, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. Okay, really? Chess Cube? So we'll try this, and then if he pushes d5, I'll just take. Okay, and what I want to do now, I think, is play d6. Kind of blockade that pawn from playing d6 himself, which will open up my light square bishop, and then I want to maybe fianchetto over here. That's what I'm thinking. So let's try that. Alright, so this is going to give me a pretty good diagonal for my dark square bishop. My light square bishop has some place to go. And his pawn there is potentially weak. He can probably just play e4. And then I'll have to worry a little bit about e5, but nothing major. So let's go ahead and move forward with my plan. I even look at this guy's rating. He's got the default little picture here, and oh, he's 1447. So I should probably win. Okay. So do I worry about e5 at all? I mean, if he plays e5 right here, what do I do? Do I just take it? Yeah, I think I just take it right now. So I don't have to worry about that yet. So let's do this. There's some way I can get a grip on that. Let's see, maybe get the light square bishop out and then play knight bd7. Play knight bd7 right now, I think. Well, I preferred to get my bishop out first. Let's see. If I play bishop d7 takes knight bd7, he's going to have, I don't know. Am I going to want to do this? Which way do I want to do this? I'm not even sure which way is best. Obviously, I lose a good bishop here, but is there anything to really worry about? I am just not sure what to do here. It seems to me like I increase the flexibility of my pieces, the mobility of my pieces if I play bishop d7. If he takes and I play knight bd7, then my knight has a little bit more activity. However, if I play knight bd7 right now and then chase him, then maybe I can play the knight over here, get the bishop out. So let's go ahead and play, I want to hang on to that bishop, I think. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hang on to the bishop. So like queen a4, a6, bishop takes, and then I'll have to move. So queen a4. Alright, I think here I just chase the bishop while gaining some space over here. So I probably should have taken a little bit more time on that. So if he takes there and I take with the bishop, then my bishop has a lot more scope than it had a minute ago. But I do have a little hole here on b6 now. But this knight right now is looking over that hole. And I've got some control over e5. Now b5 here gets rid of that hole, sort of. I mean, he can still get in there with a lot of work, but b5 comes with tempo. So I think that was a mistake by him. So now I've got some queenside space. I'm going to get castled. I've got my good bishop. I've got a little control over e5, or at least I've got a couple of pieces potentially looking at it. And I don't think I want to play c4, do I? I mean, is there really an advantage to it? I don't think there is. Let's go ahead and get castled. Alright. So this seems okay. I'm not real thrilled with e5. I'm just not real thrilled with it. I have two pieces, including the pawn, looking at it. He just has the knight. I can play rook e8. All right, so that's just a straight out attack on it. Queen b6 could be something worth doing. Doesn't get pinned. Gives me some a diagonal here that I could open up with tempo, and it protects that piece. So can he add any more attackers to that piece right there, to that square? Not very easily, it doesn't look like. So queen b6 addresses my needs. Queen e7 sort of gets in the way, and it's kind of not very, that's not a very mobile square for my queen. So I'm going to go queen b6. This gives a little support to some queenside expansion. I need to play rook e8 at some point. Oh wow, can he get away with that? He can't get away with that. Don't I just take it? Was he looking for d6 tricks here? I guess he can do that, can't he? Okay. Right, I'm going to get rid of that bishop for sure. Okay, so one thing I'm going to do, when he comes in here, is he going to have any immediate threats? No. So I'm going to shut the bishop out, pin the knight, and then try to win d5. Guess he can go to c6, but that looks kind of silly, honestly. So c6 takes. Does that do anything? No, not really. Alright, so let's pin the knight. And pretty soon we're gonna look for some tactics here, because there are starting to be some ingredients in the air, I think. Right, he's still pinned. So now let's look at something like bishop g4. So I'm just going to make his queen go to a better square, possibly. He cannot castle now. Now we have queen e3 as well. Queen e3 and then interpose one of these pieces, probably. Bishop g4, queen d2. Queen e3 is stopped. Queen e3. If the knight interposes, then bishop c4 or g4 is good. Queen e3. If the queen interposes, then I'm not really sure yet. Is there anything to like knight g4 threatening mate here? Yeah, knight g4 looks the best here. Knight g4, the knight can't move, so I can at least swap it next move. If he does, and then he's got to defend this mate threat with like queen something, or I guess maybe knight here. But I take, and then I'm going to win that pawn at least. So let's go knight g4. Okay, it's supported by bishop c8, so the queen can't take it. The knight can't move. We're threatening mate. We have a lot of strong pieces here. His king safety is rather poor. So unless I just hang a piece here or something, I think I'm going to get a pretty good attack. I mean, this rook, I'm going to get this file. Almost definitely I'm going to get that file. Well, I am going to get that file. So this is going to be, I think this is going to be a winning attack. I don't know if I had better than knight g4, but I think knight g4 is pretty darn strong. Alright, so he is panicking, and he just walked into checkmate and won. Am I wrong? nothing protects that square, so it's just checkmate in 1. Okay. Alright, so not the greatest game in the world, but yeah, I'm going to go back and look at it then. Let's go back here to view game history, and good old slow chess cube. Come on now. Yeah, I mean, I know... Okay, there we go. I was going to say... I know from experience that sometimes that stuff doesn't work. Alright, everything's still in screen, so let's go through this game real quick. Now, this is from his perspective, so maybe I should look at it from his perspective. Now, see, I was thinking of playing this Nimzo-Indian, and I need to look that up. In fact, can I do that? Let's do this. Let's go to... Oh, I don't have it here, but I think I know the address. I've been using Chrome lately. Shredder... Yeah, that's it. I've been using Chrome lately. Ooh, this is going to be inside the screen? Ooh, it is, just barely. Can I scroll? Yeah, look at that. Boy, that's almost perfect. So let's see. It's D4, E6. What did he play second? See, I don't know this at all. He played C4. C4. And then I played, what, knight F6? This is various Indian defenses. And then he plays A3. But what if he played something like knight F3? Oh, no, sorry, no. Knight C3. And then I play bishop B3. Nimzo-Indian Defense. Okay, I was right about this, so that at least makes me feel a little bit better. I have not looked at that at all. It's just something I wanted to start trying, so I thought I would start with the basic theme. No, not flipboard. Take back. And what he actually did was A3. And I don't even remember. Honestly, don't remember what I did. Like C5? Okay, at least somebody played C5. It seems like a reasonable alternative. Yeah, and I didn't want to play D5. So C5 would be... I guess I did fine here. He did what? I don't even know. Let's learn this opening. He did... Oh, that's right. D5. Come on. D5, and that's not in the book. No information available. So he went out of book before I did. That at least is something encouraging for me not knowing the opening at all. So he played D5 and I took. And now the way I think of it is that he has a pawn kind of overextended here. He can play E4 to support it. And then it becomes important to me to start guarding E5, which I just didn't do. I just didn't do sufficiently. I needed to play rook E8 to move sooner, I think. But he got in there and attacked my queen or something. Or no, he attacked D6 is what he did. So let's go through here. I went through with my kingside fianchetto, which I thought looked like a good idea with these pawns supporting the center. Here I had a big decision about whether to retain my light squared bishop. I think this was fine. I don't really know which one is better. Here I chased away the bishop. I thought he made a mistake allowing me to get a move in with b5 with tempo. Castled. Now here's where he attacked d6, and I wonder if there's a better way to defend it. I have really stupid looking things like knight e8, but knight e8 also opens up that bishop. So yeah, I don't like it. I mean, it blocks rook e8. It controls only that square and the one I just left. So knight e8 seems counterintuitive, but you know, maybe it's okay. Here he has 1-2 pieces on e5, and I have 1-2. For some reason, I was thinking that was okay, and it wasn't. So he's got in there with e5, which is not really what I wanted to allow. However, I think it's a mistake to do it before he's castled. As you can see, as you saw in the game, I think things started to get a little bit out of hand for him with his king in the center. Now here, shutting the bishop out so it's not protecting that piece. And now we have only 2 defenders of it instead of 3. Also opening up my queen. Now we pin the knight. He protects it, but this is an issue, I think. I think he's opened up a diagonal that could be potentially harmful. So, I mean, he's got a lot of air around his king, and now he cannot castle. So, this attack, I think, is starting to happen. Here, obviously, he blunders pretty badly. This is just checkmate in one. But what else could he have done here? He needs to protect this square. He can't castle. So options are knight e4. What else protects it? Queen d2, queen e2. I think queen e2 is probably a mistake because of the rook tactics here. I mean, I'm gonna take and then take. So queen e2 is probably a mistake. So probably his best move here is queen d2. And then what do I do after queen d2? I'm not honestly sure. I was probably going to go take, and from there, it's not really clear to me how he proceeds. So, unfortunately, I don't know of a way to examine that position on ChessCube. So, let's do this, because I think this will work. I'm going to copy the PGN. I'm going to come over here. Oh, you can't see this. So let's see if I can square that up somehow. Oh, that's not going to work. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to work. I could probably do this and give you the board. Let's try that. Nope, not quite big enough. So I'll shrink it down. Come on now. Hey, that works. All right, so I'm going to now, and I don't know how to do this, so I'm going to figure it out on the spot. Paste. Oh, and it went right back, but I can go like that. Okay, so here we go. Now I can flip the board. No, I'm not going to flip the board. I want sound. I'm sorry. All right, so where were we? See, we can move the pieces around now, so this is good. Right, so here, if he instead plays, let's create a new variation, queen d2. I could have done this in Skid, I guess, couldn't I? Queen d2, and I want to start the analysis on it. Let's see what happens. Yeah, see, it already says that I'm winning handily. So it says bishop takes e5. Really, bishop? Wonder, because I would have almost definitely taken with the knight. So let's look at that and see if I'm still winning. Yeah, it doesn't like it nearly as much, but I'm still winning 4 points. It's minus 3.7 right now. So he used to take here, and I'm going to take with the rook. Yeah.
Check.
And here, let's see what it says. King d1. And it's minus 4 right now, basically. So at this point, yes, this is the position I wanted to look at. And here we play queen f6. And we swing across, and yeah, that looks pretty strong. King c1, he's just running for his life. I'm gonna play through the principal variation. This is bishop b7. Uh-oh, there we go. I don't want to hang up this recording just looking at this stuff, but I think you can see that this is a pretty strong attack from my perspective. Here's what it looks like. Yeah, we've even got threats of bishop h6 at some point. Obviously, it's not going to happen now because you just take it, but the whole thing looks precarious. I'll put it that way. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close up on this video, and I guess that's it. I may play some more on ChessCube. I'm not just in love with ChessCube or anything, but I don't know. It's an interesting site. I really wish I'd get some of the bugs worked out, and I wish yeah, it's not ever going to happen. The site is probably going to close down, if you want my opinion, just because they have money issues. They're starting to grub for money in any way they can. They've got ads running in the windows and all those things. So I just don't think the site's going to last much longer. But you never know. They do have some interesting ideas. I love the idea of the Warzone tournaments. I can't play that fast, but they're fun to watch. I love the idea of sit-and-go tournaments where you don't have to... It's like poker sit-and-goes where you don't have to wait on the tournament to open. There's one always open, and you can always sit down and play whenever there's X number of people registered. So if you like tournaments, which I don't really care for tournaments that much, but some people like them, then that's kind of cool. All right, I'm going to close it up, and I'll see you next time, guys.